What's going on, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Let's kick it off. So first up, on the weekly price chart for a variety of assets, we're seeing more and more begin to break out of accumulation. We have Gala on the left-hand side officially breaking out of accumulation, taking out its previous high. Now we have the Ocean price chart on the right-hand side. As we can see, we have wicked from the cycle low up to the 702 Fibonacci retracement. It's super exciting because we're seeing different assets already at new all-time highs. So we had Injective, Fetch, Render, and a few others creating new highs. Ocean, Track, and a few others are also running, and provided the Bitcoin price chart maintains at an all-time high price, potentially closing a weekly candle above this level and runs even higher this year, it's looking really good for a variety of other assets still at much lower retracements. So here on the left-hand side, we have Render at a new all-time high price, we have Fetch and Injective even higher per extensions, we have Ocean, I believe Track, last time I checked it was also at higher levels. But we still have a variety of assets still near their lows yet to break out of accumulation. We can see on the right hand side, this is Ocean. We crossed the 50 line on the monthly time frame. So the monthly RSI crossed 50 and started running even into overbought. So to be clear, this is not me telling anybody to buy any asset. I'm simply showing the comparison of the monthly RSI when momentum is at a much higher level and what type of price action we can get for other alts. If you took a position in Ocean over the past couple months or several weeks, the monthly RSI was much higher and the weekly RSI was also an overbought, so you're already joining the trend, the momentum is pushing, and you have a much higher probability of getting a decent return. And there are still a variety of assets in accumulation that we've shared over the past couple months yet to really break out, yet to have their RSI or momentum truly run. So I like looking at assets and comparing them side by side, doing a top-down analysis onto smaller time frames and comparing it just for reference. I want to see support and resistance levels, key levels, fair value gaps, where the RSI is, fib retracements. So even a couple weeks back, we saw Fetch at an all-time high price at previous R levels. I was looking at Render in a live stream and we could see that it was likely heading to all-time highs. It was mimicking the same structure. And I was pointing out that Ocean has a very similar structure to Render. It is never like for like. The tokenomics are different, the fib retracements are different, but you can see a similarity in structure. So just looking at this, if we do follow, it doesn't surprise me at all to see Ocean reach an all-time high price. And potentially other assets in this similar structure that Ocean and Render had before they broke out. And friendly reminder, this is not the 30-minute or the 4-hour chart, this is the weekly time frame, so every single candle here is a weekly candle, so this took time to draw, this took months and months to actually witness. We can see Gala on the left-hand side in this structure in accumulation, up, down, people calling it a scam. It's just an accumulation. Some draw really long, some draw multiple years, and eventually they get this retracement, provided they're legitimate, they have a community, they have liquidity, etc. Whereas Ocean had a very sharp V-shaped recovery, but you can still see a similar structure like this if you tighten it up and look at how it drew right here in accumulation. So these are just fractals that you can witness in everyday things throughout nature, human psychology, and this just happens. The hard part, when you're looking at a fractal, you're subjective, so we never know if we're actually reading it right, and that's why it's important to look for so many other confluences. So some alts, like Ocean, might only be in accumulation for a shorter period, and others could potentially be there for a very, very long time. But bottom line, we're seeing a variety of structures. This is SNX also getting above the 21-month EMA, looking very similar. It's not the same, but they have their similarities. And here's the Bitcoin price chart on the monthly time frame. Every single bear market, whether it's short like this one or lasts multiple years like the last two cycles, we see cycles where the RSI absolutely explodes, creating a new all-time high price, which we have seen every single time we pierce over 70, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, even right there, all-time high with bearish divergence. We got it again right there. So I know everybody that's been watching the channel over the past year remembers this, but we saw it again. Timing is a whole nother challenge. And I would argue timing is a lot easier when we're actually getting huge levels of volume and impulses, taking positions in assets when their RSI is about to pierce or about to go on another run. But bear markets and trying to time assets in accumulation, good luck. So what do you guys think? Are we going to see more alts at their lows play more of a catch-up and retrace to much higher levels, or are we going to see the current leaders just continue to run much higher without many others following? Looking at Bitcoin during previous cycles, we got these random 30-40% crashes. Even last bull run at the end of 2020 and early 2021, Bitcoin is at an all-time high price. I took a bunch of positions in alts heavy with this similar structure. And I remember either January or February of 2021, alts were at these lows. They did a huge pump, got a beautiful return. Then we witnessed a 60 to 70% flash crash for different assets. There was a lot of fear. Some people even sold and completely capitulated due to the PTSD from the previous bear market. And after that major crash, we got a very strong recovery, some alts even reaching a new all-time high price. OGN is one that I was in, and I remember this. I know that DAG also did that 70% crash before going much higher into all-time highs, but we can see we're above the 21-week EMA in this cup and handle setup. We got a decent pump, people were excited. 188%. And then we can see right here, wick to wick, about a 60% crash. This was a quick flash crash, a bunch of liquidations, and what did we do afterwards? Doing over 1300% from the bottom of that wick. And here's a quick example of Beam. This is BEAM last month on February 4th. We can see we got the uptrend. We're back to consolidating. Just looking at this and guessing with very limited price history, it did look like Hello Labs. We can see that Hello Labs had this uptrend, was in this consolidation before powering up higher, and we can see Beam right there. And then obviously fast forward to yesterday, we did get that break upwards. I made the mistake of sharing some of these structures during bear markets, and I won't be doing that again. I still want to share some high-level looks on Twitter or YouTube, but I also don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want some young kid that just found crypto, that is super emotional and invest his life savings into an asset. It could work out, but it could not. I don't want a parent out there getting super excited, wanting to get rich really fast, taking a big loan or a home equity line of credit and then just throwing it into an asset and risking it. It's so important for anybody that's in the crypto asset class or is new to crypto to understand risk management. If you are taking any big positions, you better be setting a stop loss. If it is a trade or a large swing trade, and you can still lose money with a stop loss. I always say never invest money that you can't afford to lose. If you lost that money and it would ruin your life, it would give you anxiety, all types of stresses that aren't necessary, it's not worth it. I say that, and I know people make fun of me, but I'm saying that from experience and I care. People are going to do exactly what they want to do and it could work out, and I wish you well, but make sure that you're accountable. Make sure that you know what you hold. If you decide to buy any crypto assets, fully research it yourselves. Don't rely on a single YouTube video and FOMO in. Or if you see any influencer or myself sharing that I bought something, that should never mean you blindly follow someone without doing your own due diligence first. Some may not want to hold any assets on an exchange and they're holding it in a ledger or any type of cold storage, and that can work out. Of course, for the shot at all-time highs or much higher prices, you have to hold through a lot of hard days. But nobody, including myself, knows what tomorrow will bring. I might get super excited and confident in what I'm seeing and I might make a call, but it doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. It is still, no matter how much information you have or how much information that we think we have, it is still completely guessing. We have to remember that. I see a lot of people, even on Twitter, they make their first $100,000 or got up to $1 million, and they completely change. Within markets, if you're in them long enough, you will eventually be humbled. There's going to be winning seasons and there's going to be losing seasons. Everybody's time horizon, their goals, their risk appetite is different. Everybody may have a different entry price. Some may want to throw $500 or thousands of dollars into different meme coins and swing for the fences. Others may not like that risk because the crypto asset class is risky enough. It's different for every single person. When we see prices go higher and higher, people are making more and more money, sentiment is going to change. You're going to see fear, you're going to see greed. We're going to witness some amazing communities, but in that, there's always a few bad apples and people are going to be toxic. And of course, not financial advice, this is just my opinion. I believe a variety of assets, including the altcoin market, go significantly higher like we've seen each cycle. I could be wrong because I'm doing historical analysis. I have never seen us break into a new high and not go significantly higher. Black swans could happen. A new upgrade for a main project could fail. You just never know. And I know I'm saying this, I'm going to see comments on YouTube and Twitter saying I'm fudding the market. I am one of the biggest believers in the crypto asset class. I might be super excited some days because I'm human, but I also want to talk about the downside, which is always there, even in bull runs. So anyways, guys, I know this is just me ranting per usual, but we can see right here, shared by Anders, so cryptocurrency across the world. Over 300 million crypto users worldwide. I'm curious, I see the source right here is Odd Up, shared by Cointelegraph, if this is recent, because during last bull run, we had crypto users of 420 million. So if that's the case, the bear market definitely lowered the amount of users, which can be expected. Regarding 300 million global crypto users, we're going to 1 billion users and then billions in the future. The internet has roughly 5 billion users today. We can also see that Tether USDT is minting more and more Tether, so we have another $1 million right here minted at the Treasury. And we'll finish up with this today for iTrustCapital. This is linked at the top of the YouTube video description and the platform is free. There are no monthly fees, annual fees, or hidden fees whatsoever. There's just a 1% transaction fee if you trade just like Coinbase. We can see it's a good day to be Zach. So Zach right here, iTrustCapital, thanks for being a thing. I'm up 500% in my IRA. He bought a metric ton of Gala and it's paying off. So iTrustCapital, we have crypto, 401ks, and IRAs. This isn't a fit for everybody. I'm not saying everybody has to start an IRA. It was a huge fit for me because I had a Roth IRA in the S&P 500 and I studied crypto, fell in love with it years ago, and got in. So all of my gains in my Roth IRA grow 100% tax-free. They have 30 plus assets available today and I can't wait for them to add a bunch more. And this is 24/7 trading right from the mobile app or on your PC. Also, John, I did see your YouTube comment this weekend when I was going through comments, so I wanted to answer your question in this video just in case, but I did reply. iTrustCapital provides year-end and monthly statements. The best thing to do is just go right through the help desk. So we've shown this before, but if you're logged in or you just go click support, you can come right here. They have step-by-step video walkthroughs. You can call them and then submit a request. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Rooting for Bitcoin to head to 80K sooner than later, and big picture, just hold this 21-week EMA just like we've done during previous cycles. And a big thank you to those that hit the like button, share this video around, and let me know your thoughts down below. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.